Hey guys, I am not physically there today, but I had to show up at least in some way, so I figured digital was the best option. So I'm going to explain what you're going to do today. So you should have just done your QOD for Would You Rather Wednesday, and I'm just going to real quickly explain the two options of activities that you can do today. There's two projects that you're going to have the choice of today for social structure. So you're going to choose either one of these two pages, the gold page or the blue or the orange page that Mr. Jenny has today. So option number one is the social structure foldable. Okay. The foldable is going to end up looking something like this. Okay. So I have all of the requirements of the foldable on option number one's page that you're going to get. But basically, the first thing you're going to do is read the back, which is going to be about the social classes and positions. And then you're going to create this foldable where you're going to have the title, Ancient Egyptian Social Structure, on the front with your name. Then you're going to tell me a little bit about the pharaoh and the ruling class. You're going to tell me about the middle class when you flip that down. And then finally, you're going to tell me about the lower class. There's going to be an image that you're going to need in each page. You're going to need a couple facts about each class and describe the role of what each class would do in Egypt for that. Mr. Jenny will help you get that set up. Basically, you're going to fold two pieces of paper together and then staple the bottom so that it creates this foldable right here. And then the flaps, it'll tell you on the page what to label each thing. Okay, so that's option number one. Colored pencils and everything, colors of paper, is all up to you. And then option number two is the social structure skit. So both of these options you're going to have to do individually today. But the second option is basically doing what we did yesterday with the social structure skits. Yesterday we read through a few examples of skits, and you had to be thinking to yourself, maybe what if I created a skit? What would I want one about, right? So option number two, you get to do that. So if you're choosing option number two, you're going to create a skit about one or more of the Egyptian social classes. So if you are creating a skit, you want to make sure it actually looks like a skit. So you would have a title of your skit, for example, Tournament of the Artisans. We read this yesterday. You're going to have at least 3 different characters in your skit, and then you can either choose who you want in the class to be those characters or ask them. That would probably be better. Or you can just come up with the characters, and then we can decide later whoever wants to volunteer for that. And when you write a skit, make sure you know that you have to write it like a skit. So you would put the name of the character and then maybe bold it or underline it, and then what they say right next to it. Then you're going to skip a couple lines, move on to the next person that speaks, what they're going to say, do the same thing for the next one, move a couple lines down, next person speaks. So it should be kind of chunky like a skit would be. And then once you're done with your skit, you're going to turn that in on Google Classroom, and then maybe we'll get time next week or the end of this week where we can actually read through some of those skits. Okay, so just to clarify, you have option number one, the foldable, which will look like this if you're looking down at the webcam right now. All of the requirements for the foldable are right here on that gold page. You can choose option number two, which is the skit. And if you're doing the skit, you're going to get to Google Classroom to get to the Google Doc, and you're going to type out your skit and turn it in there. Both of those, though, on the back, you're going to read the social classes and positions reading first. Okay, so if you have any questions, let Mr. Jenny know. Have some fun with this. Choose either of those two options, and I look forward to seeing what you do when I come back tomorrow. All right, guys, email me if you have questions. Have a good day.